Hello, lovelies. It's your girl, the one and only Pisces High Priestess. We back again to do another message. Today I have a collective message for you. Take what resonates. Spirit did want me to let you know. You belong, okay? I don't know what it is. Somebody may be trying to make you feel as though you don't fit. You're not a good fit. Maybe you applied for a role or position. You didn't get the decision, you didn't get the feedback you wanted from the company. It's almost like they made you feel like you weren't enough, but you could actually be more than qualified. It could also be that you're not getting the position because you're overqualified. Let's say you've been shooting for something, you've been aiming for something, and it's not going as planned. Spirit is saying you belong. When it's time for you to get your moment, when it's time for you to get the promotion, when it's time for you to get the job that I have for you, that's when you go get the offer. When it's time for you to have your moment, when it's time for you to have your chance to recite, to perform, that's when it's your time. Somebody could be acting. Somebody could be trying out for acting. You could be an actor or an actress in here watching the Pisces High Priestess. Hello. I hope this message finds you in good timing. Somebody could be acting. Somebody could be playing a role. They could talk about somebody trying to paint on a face. Somebody could be wearing a mask. Or you could be wearing a mask. But Spirit is saying you belong. Somebody could be trying to make you feel like you don't fit into a family. You could be feeling outcasted. You could be feeling like you're not getting the invites. You could be feeling like nobody is hearing you. Nobody is caring. Nobody is reaching out. You could be feeling like in a workplace, in a job, nobody is inviting you to lunch. Nobody is inviting you to the group hangout spot or whatever that they go to after work. Nobody's inviting you to happy hour. However you showing up, somebody's trying to make you feel. This could be a group, a body of people, a family, an organization of people, just one or two people, whether they're related or not, whether they connected or not. So it's a group of family members that intentionally try to exclude you, outcast you, make you feel like a misfit. Maybe you have different beliefs. Maybe you dress differently. Maybe you have a lot of tattoos, a lot of piercing. You come from a Christian background and nobody has it and you stand out. Maybe you do something that's contrary to somebody's belief system, okay? It could be a scenario like that. Or this could be like you showing up at work. They don't want you to fit in. You could show up in some type of Empress energy. This is giving me Queen Rising energy. You could show up like this in your family. You could show up as like real beautiful, real pretty, real talented. You could show up in a job, in a workplace that's very skillful, very, again, talented. And people could be trying to, for that, like, cast you out. Or maybe you just have a different viewpoint, a different ideology from people, and it's setting you apart. Something right now about your skills, your talent, your gifts, your fertility, whatever you're touching, whatever you're growing. You could have just had a child. You could be caring for a young baby in this new beginnings. Yeah, somebody could have just had a new child, a new baby. Congratulations on that new beginning, on that new birth. But it's also like you birthing something within you as far as your passions, your creativity. Somebody could be in management. You could have just taken on a new role. And it's like once you got this new role, people started to outcast you. This could have been people that you hung with at the job. People that, were your co-workers that you went and ate lunch with. You talked to in the break room. People could be looking at you funny or acting different, receiving you differently because of some type of new beginning, some type of new offer you just had. Or maybe your friends acting funny with you. You guys were all single with no kids. You just had a baby and they acting different. Also, collective, you showing up in this new environment. Work, online, social media. And you showing up as fertile. You showing up as potent. You showing up as you know what you're doing. You have the touch. You have the skill. You have the assets. And something is becoming accessible. You're getting the keys to something. You're getting some type of new opportunity. You're getting the keys to something. You're getting this new offer. You're getting this new beginning that you've been praying for, that you've been wishing for. And when I tell you now is the time, you definitely have some type of a Midas touch, some type of a green thumb effect. What you touch, what you speak, it manifests, it becomes real reality. Something about a reality show, reality TV, somebody on TV, somebody that's big could be watching you. Now, granted, a lot of reality shows are very much so DNC, but it's like, no, this is not reality show. It's something that's going to become surreal for you, something you've been dreaming, wishing upon. I'm wishing on a star to find out where you are. Something about a star, something about a star search. You could be a star seed. You know what I'm saying? It's like you birth things, you give life to things in this Empress energy. You could have a lot of people that you nurture, a lot of people that you groom. Something about a grooming session. You could have just went in for a grooming session. You have so many doors, so many opportunities that are unfolding. This could be related to your throat chakra, to your voice, to your speech. You could be communicating, or somebody's just coming in to give you this strong affirmation, this strong key to the city, this strong gateway. Somebody's coming in to give you this strong branch, this strong olive branch that you're going to be able to latch up on and pull yourself up and go higher and higher. Something about higher heights, higher achievements. Higher education. You could be going for a higher education. You could have a college degree. Could be a mother, a grandmother, an auntie. You're mature. It's giving me auntie. Okay, Spirit say you're mature. Or whatever you're doing is maturing. Right? Something about your throat chakra is going to be very prominent though. We have the waiting game with prosperity begins. You're mature. You could be over 30, over 35, even over 40, 50. And it's something that you wish for, something that you've sown, something that you've worked for. This position, this opportunity, like I said, somebody could be into acting, screenplays, even screenwriting. Something about your creativity. It's something about what you do as far as how you speak, how you show up. That could be acting, singing, dancing. Somebody could definitely be an artist of some sort or a speaker. Your throat, your voice is very prominent. You could even be speaking things into existence with this Empress throat chakra new beginnings, right? Or you calling something before it comes, right? Something has definitely been brewing in the background for you. These are the seeds you've been planting. This is the effort you've been planting in this job, in this workplace. You're going to have this new level of prosperity, right? This promotion, this job you got to where people acting different, they're not receiving you well, they're trying to shut you out, somebody trying to shun you, somebody could even be trying to shun you in this work environment, right? Because they know that it yields you prosperity, they know that it brings you, in due time, it brings you prosperity, it brings you fertility, right? Somebody could be trying to mess with your timeline. Somebody could be trying to come in and interfere with that in the background. But this is divine. What's coming to you is coming, right? You're sowing some type of seeds. You putting in the work. You putting in the effort. Emperor energy, right? Boss energy. You putting in the time. And the more time, the more effort you put into something, the more prosperity it brings. Right? With waiting game and time. This talks about the more time, the more effort, the more you use your voice, the more you use that skill, whatever it is, the more prosperity it brings with time. But this is something that you have to put in work. You have to sow the seeds, Emperor. We got suffering and silence with moving on. With memories of love and triumphant success. Somebody's suffering Somebody's not receiving. Somebody's not taking the fact that you're being promoted or you've been promoted. Somebody's not taking that. Somebody's not dealing with it well. This could be somebody that you share some type of relationship with, work relationship, friend relationship with, right? It's some type of like, when it comes to your success, when it comes to you moving forward, when it comes to you getting that step ahead, that leap forward, you moving on, being able to be victorious, you being able to get those beginnings and opportunities, right? It leaves somebody feeling conflicted, I'm getting. It leaves somebody feeling like indifferent, distorted over what you have. Now, granted, you could have been going through something or going in a relationship with somebody so where you've been suffering in silence in the background. And that could be coming to an end with moving on. Memories of love. You could be letting go of a relationship or dynamic. Moving on to your path. Moving on to what lies ahead. Well, this could be how somebody feeling about what you got going on. You know, these days people be worried about what you got cooking. They be worried about what you got on the stove and in the oven. That's why you can't even come on here and post nothing about what you got going on about your real life, your social life. Because devil energies, temptation, be trying to seek, devour, distort, and destroy. They try to seek, devour, distort, and destroy your plans, your opportunities, your movement, what you have going on. Yeah, so you do have a lot of devil energies around you. These are the people that didn't want you to change. These are the people that wanted you to remain the same. These are the people that didn't want you to move forward in success, right? Move on. No, we go continue to do this. We go continue to do that. And it's like, no, the time is now for you to move and you moving on. You could be letting go of a relationship or dynamic. Yeah, you moving on from friends, family, somebody that was in that dark, toxic, low vibrational energy. You realize that somebody is an enemy. Hear the ancient ones. Yeah, you ancient, you divine. And you getting these messages, you getting that clarity, that illumination. You could be very much so intuitive, divinely guided, divinely narrated. And you following the script I'm getting. Something about script, action. You could be getting the opportunity to be on a big screen, to be on some type of reality show or some type of like movie, big TV show, big type of like big production with devil energy. Because you could be in that energy to where you got that type of passion, that type of fire, that type of creativity, that type of talent. And the devil energy talks about it being real in depth, whether it's good or whether I'm tempted and I'm just over withdrawn with my desires, or whether I'm just devil energy to where I'm just producing to where I can bring on and attract and have people allured, enamored, etc. That's devil energy, entertainment, right? Notice how people in entertainment are real desirable to the eye, their eye candy. This could be your energy as well, but you also have devil energy, switching to stop and block whatever opportunities you have coming. Because you have big opportunities. There's a big obsession. There's a big draw to you. You could have been suffering in silence, going through some type of codependency. You could have been suffering in silence, suffering through something quietly, relationship, however. And we got time to reflect. Just like you're going in, you're doing some type of work, but then time to reflect, it's just letting you see so much on the inner as well as the outer. Now, if you've already evolved and you're very much so aligned, sometimes when we go and reflect, it's looking on the outside, it's seeing others for who they are. It's seeing, you know what I'm saying, even whether it was friends, family, loved ones, people you thought you could trust, people you thought you could grow with. But it's like the ancient ones are giving you message, and you are an ancient messenger. You're realizing who you are. You're realizing a lot is starting to become crystal clear. A lot is illuminating in this season. People are starting to show for who they are. You starting to show for who you are. You starting to show up in your energy. And a lot of people desire that. You're very desirable. People from your past miss you. They want to talk to you. They want to come back. They know they deceived you. They know they manipulated you in that devil energy. A new day dawns. You got so much newness coming towards you. Also, this is your eyesight. You see things differently. Or maybe you've always saw things a certain way. You're just starting to act on how you feel. You're starting to act on who you are. With that time to reflect. Yeah, you're really stepping into yourself and stepping into some type of purpose here with these new beginnings. And you belong. Stay strong. People try to weaken you. People try to make you feel less than. People try to make you feel less than about yourself because you really are it. It's like somebody could be trying to get in your head to have you feel stuck, suffering in silence, like you can't get anywhere, like you can't move ahead, but to have you stuck in codependency, to have you stuck in bad relationships, to have you stuck dealing with shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of moving on and going into your success, into your fortune, into your fertility, somebody could be wanting you to live in the past and projecting that towards you. And you could have just been yourself, just putting yourself in the past. But as you evolve, as you heal, as you awaken to all that you are and realize who and what you are, it's like, shit, so many doors open. So many doors and so many opportunities are there for you to enter. I'm getting LSG, door number 1. What's the name of this song? What's behind door number 1? It'll get the job done. What's behind door number 2? Something special for you. Okay, so Spirit say you don't have just one new beginning. You don't have just one birth coming. You have a lot of births. You have a lot of new births coming. Something special for you. Trust in magic. You very magical. You very divine. You very tapped in. We got this back out here. Here are the ancient ones. Oh my gosh, you so freaking tapped in. You could be an actual ascended master yourself. A new day dawns. Look. With time to reflect. I went through the cards again and they came back out. So you're seeing. I think you're starting to see something for what it is. You're starting to see yourself, your purpose, for who and what it is. And I think you're ready to step into that. And trusting in the magic of the divine. And following the moon. You could resonate with this moon goddess energy like myself. Oh my goodness. Tap in though. It's your season. It's your time. Like I said, it could be some people trying to throw you off course, throw you off track. Because you got people that are, they don't want to see you in position. Friends and family you sat with, you chat and talk with. They don't want to see you go higher because they feel like, I guess you'll be looking different. I don't know. Looking different, sitting different. People at your job, people in the community, online, they don't want to see you come into this new job, this new energy, this new era, because they know so much waits for you, so many doors, so many opportunities. For me to get that song, because it keeps going. I think it said, what's behind no door number 3? Some. I think it keep going. So you got so many opportunities and doors coming in with this balance, temperance energy. One could be a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius aspected in their chart. But you like this temperance angel. Waiting game, solar plexus chakra. This is all about your creativity. This is all about your passions. This is all about what you bring to the table. And when I tell you it's bringing balance and restoration, you're being balanced, you're being restored. You could have been off track, like I said. Caught up in the world, caught up in the worldliness. God is putting you back on track with awareness, magician, 14, patience, emotional withdrawal, fertility, empress back out here with material and spiritual prosperity. You walking away from something, you leaving something behind. A way of thinking, a way of living, people that just weren't going to have you in this empress fertility energy to where you could experience those changes and harvest, right? In the inner energy, inner environment to where you can fertilize, nurture yourself and grow. You are a master magician. Now, granted, some people did some type of magic on you, like I said, to have you at loss, to have you feeling like you weren't enough, but it's because of this energy that you embody, and it's because of what Spirit has for you, bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups, right? So, step into who you are. And just know that you belong. Somebody wants you to feel like you don't belong. Friends, family, job, online, however. You have people that you don't even realize watching you. You have people that you don't even realize betting on your downfall. Now, granted, this is a lot of people that you do know. Sometimes it's people you don't. You got so many doors, so many opportunities for you. Somebody could have a bike or a motorcycle. You could be thinking about getting a bike or a motorcycle. We got the cable guy. Somebody could work for a cable company. You could have just had an installation. One could be dark skin complexion. We have the initials ABC. One could be from down south. You could have just filed, received your taxes. Or one could work for a tax office, tax specialist. One could have red hair, a red car, red nails. One could be disabled bed. One could be walk with a limp, hospitalized. One could just have a handicap sticker. One could have blue hair, car, or nails. Scared of one and only Pisces High Priestess. Something about a talk show, podcast, etc. I think I mentioned that. One could be a twin, triplet, quadruplet. One could be a hairstylist. One could be a part of the LGBTQT. Somebody could be a BBW, natural, about 180 pounds or more. Somebody could be the only child. Somebody could wear lip gloss with no color. Somebody could wear false eyelashes. Somebody could be on probation. Bottom of the deck, we gonna go. Somebody could be a hostess, waiter, waitress, or a bartender. Somebody doesn't eat pork. We have, you could be a mother, mother-in-law, stepmom, or your mom is significant. Somebody could be taller than 6 feet. Hidden jealousy, copycat, clone, envy, sister, or brother. Take what resonates. If not your size, no need to try to force it. The one and only Pisces High Priestess. Bye.